Lots of people have been asking me, what's this self-permission method, Jamin? No one's asked me that. I just wanted to talk about it because it's book launch day. The self-permission method, how to succeed in life without self-discipline, is out today. So I thought I'd better tell you why you should read it. Well, you should. Don't let me tell you should read it. I'm not the boss of you. But let me give you a reason to consider reading it. Everyone I've ever worked with has had this unresolved angst in their own sense of self. Like they're afraid, like all humans are, that they want to be good, but they're just afraid that they're not. And for fear of that, they don't trust themselves. They manage themselves. They run, they hide, they cover, they compensate, and you can get away with that for a season. You can use your best energy to not be you, which is what self-discipline is. You is a problem. Don't be you. You're lazy, you're fat, you're weird, you're weak, you're strange, you're stupid. So be better than you and control yourself and manage yourself and force yourself and trick yourself and make yourself do the things that you wouldn't do in your natural state. That's self-discipline in a nutshell. And look, it works. But just because it does work doesn't mean you'd want it to work or you understand how it works or that there's not a better way it could work. CFC gases used in refrigeration in the early last century. Sure, they worked. Sure, they kept things cold until someone went, hang on a minute, they're putting holes in the ozone layer at the same time. We need to do away with these gases because there's got to be a better way to keep things cold. Turns out there was. Thankfully, we're still paying for the effects of that and will be for another 100 years. So self-discipline comes with a lot of collateral damage. And I think invariably there's this window of opportunity where, just like your spouse, right? There might be years where you're raising kids, you're building a house, you're establishing a career, you're just getting on with life. But then at some point, one or the other of you have to go, hang on a minute, like where did we go? Like this is not working. The way we relate to each other, it's functional, but it's not desirable. I don't like this. I feel misheard by you. I feel misunderstood by you. I feel like you don't know me. And we've got to do something different. So I think in the midlife season, your unconscious will do the same with you. If you've even got the remotest chance of listening, if you are some way inclined towards self-awareness and self-reflection, your unconscious is going to have a crack because there's a part of you that's been misunderstood. A part of you has been bullied because of that misunderstanding. And the fun of this is that part of you controls 90% of your daily function. So if that part of you wants to get your attention, they just start pulling fuses out, making you sick. The motivation blocked, clarity withheld, confidence destroyed, all to thwart your plans, to get in your way. It may appear that there's an enemy inside you, but it's not your enemy. It's the best of you just demanding a better relationship, demanding you resolve the misunderstanding and make peace with yourself. Now, the fun of this is where permission comes in, because all permission has requirements. When you're young, permission is owned by the adults, by the parents, by the teachers, and you must fulfill their requirements to have permission granted. Miss, can I go to the toilet? Well, no, not until you've done your maths. Dad, can I go to the party? No, not until you've mown the lawn. When you do the thing, you get what you want. So most people talk about permission, self-permission in this way. I'll just give myself permission to not care what others think. I'll give myself permission to rest. Well, you can't give yourself permission to do those things any more than the kid could give themselves permission to go to the toilet or go to the party. You've got to fill the requirements first, because permission is held by your unconscious and withheld from you until you clean things up. So the premise of this book is there are 4 main safety issues that are between you and permission. And good luck trying to succeed in life without permission from yourself to do so. Try to fight against yourself, like David Goggins or any of the other heroes that tell you that's the best practice for human motivation. There's a better way. That's to have everything pointed in the same direction, to have peace and power and trust and confidence all coming from within. And you can do that as soon as you address all 4 safety issues. So I'm a frameworks guy, I'm logical, I'm structured. This book is no different. It'll unpack what these 4 safety concerns are and how anyone would resolve them so that they could move forward and get access to their best resources for their most important goals. I hope you find it useful. It's available on all the formats. And feel free to let me know what you think.